Oh my goodness, this hotel cannot be any better. They even have their own little dried fruits that they give you. Look at that. So cute. This little beach bag. Oh, just 2 more boxes. More food. So they got me a little cake. Hello, it's Annie here and welcome back to my channel, specifically my Traveling in Taiwan series. As you can probably tell, I'm out of quarantine, but also back in Vancouver. What? Clearly, I have been very behind in my video editing process for this entire series, but I am getting back on track and have been ferociously editing all my videos that's on backlog, starting with this one. Yay! Anywho, during my 11-day quarantine, I actually received quite a few comments and questions about my experience, so I thought why not do like a recap review video about my stay. Especially since quarantine is still in effect in Taiwan right now. I believe it's like 3+4 currently. So this video may be helpful for those who are researching quarantine hotels in Taiwan. Yeah. First things first, this video is not sponsored in any way, and everything I say today is solely my honest opinion and based off of my own experiences. Great! Now that that's out of the way, let's get started! So the hotel that I stayed at is called Orange Hotel, and I picked their Guanqian location, which is situated in the heart of downtown Taipei. If location was part of my review, I'd probably give it 4 stars. But since we're in quarantine mode, I'm only going to focus on the interior component of the hotel. As such, my review will be broken down into 4 areas. 1. Room comfort and cleanliness. 2. Food quality and delivery friendliness. 3. Amenities and entertainment. And finally, 4. Hospitality and staff. Perfect. Now let's get into each one of them. So I booked the standard guest room, which comes with a double bed. And to be completely honest, I was caught by surprise by the size of the room. Like when you walk in, everything comes into the view, including the washroom. And like given the size of the room and how cramped it is, I actually would have preferred a smaller bed just so I have more walking space. Or I guess in my case, like a space for me to exercise. You know, do some basic workouts or stretches, but there really was no space for me to do the things I needed to do since it was all pretty much taken up by the bed and like all the other furniture that was there. Besides that though, the room is very clean, especially the bathroom area, and it also has a really nice Febreze-like aroma. And the bed is super comfortable. Like usually it takes me a while to fall asleep, but whenever I touch their bed, I doze off in minutes. It's just that comfortable. Like the pillow is great, the blanket is great, the bed is great. So yeah, like besides the size of the room, really nothing much to complain from what I can think of. Oh, and also one more point is the fact where I actually have direct access to the AC remote, which means I can actually turn on or turn off the temperature if it gets too cold or too hot, which I really like because if it was central cooling, I probably would have gotten a lot of headaches just because if I get too cold, I'm really prone to headaches. Which is why I give them 4 stars for this category. Moving on to amenities, the room is actually very well stocked on all the necessities that you require. You get like 3 sets of towels, bath towels, and hand towels, which you can actually replace and ask for new ones and fresh ones in this case, whenever you need to. There's no like waiting period whatsoever, which is great in my opinion. And in the washroom, there are also disposable single-use personal sanitation products as well as a simple cleaning set. In terms of furniture, like most hotels, you get a desk, chair, fridge, the basics. I did wish they included a microwave though, because there are a couple of times where I wasn't able to finish the food and I would have loved to put it into the fridge for overnight, but then because there was no microwave, I couldn't really heat up the food a second time. So unfortunately, like I need to stuff myself that day, or I just don't finish my entire food, which kind of goes to a waste in my opinion. In terms of Wi-Fi, the connection is actually really good and like very fast as well. I was able to conduct my job interviews as well as watch dramas without any issue whatsoever. Speaking of entertainment, they do have a TV, but it only has 12 local channels. They're not connected to any streaming sites like Netflix, Disney Plus, Amazon Prime, etc. Nor do they have like an HDMI connector for you to, you know, plug into your laptop. While it wasn't like a deal breaker for myself per se, since I do have access to these sites on my own personal laptop, it could be for travelers who don't have any of these things. So just want to give you a heads up about the fact where there's no Netflix or Disney Plus or any streaming sites on their TV. So based on all the points mentioned, I give them 4.5 stars for this particular category. Ah, the food. Yes, the food. The food is amazing. Like, I have absolutely no complaints whatsoever about the food options or the quality. That's how good it is. Um, if I'm being totally honest with you, the one thing I look the most forward to during my entire quarantine stay is like, what am I eating for my next meal? That's how excited I get. Don't judge me. I'm a tourist. Food is my love language, okay? I love eating. There is a lot of variety to their meals, along with a good balance between Western and Asian cuisine. Like, I never had the same two dishes throughout my 11 days there. Their meals are also never a standalone piece. It always comes in a set with beverages paired for breakfast and fruits for lunch. One thing I have to highlight though is their afternoon tea as well as late night snacks that they provide interchangeably, solely because this is actually an extra goodie that is not part of the meal voucher you have purchased when you book the hotel, because the meal voucher technically only comes with 3 meals: breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So the afternoon tea desserts as well as late night snacks is completely like a extra goodie that they provide to you free of charge, which is amazing because, you know, I love food. In terms of food delivery, while I never had to make a Uber Eats order, I do know that Orange Hotel has like a 24-hour front desk service, and they actually, you know, deliver food to your door free of charge. You probably already guessed it, but yes, I give them 5 stars for this category. If there was ever a who pampers their guests the most competition, hands down, Orange Hotel would probably take the crown. And I say this because even just entering the hotel room, I was already shocked with a surprise. You probably know what I'm talking about and referring to if you watched my other quarantine in Taiwan video. But long story short, there was a big beach tote bag sitting on my desk. Inside the bag was a series of items that is useful for dining all the way to binge watching, all of which are free for you to take home after your stay. My favorites would have to be the stainless steel bowl with a phone holder add-on, the universal travel adapter, and finally the phone tablet stand. Like, I absolutely love practical gifts. Besides this, on my second to last day, the hotel actually surprised me with a chocolate cake slice from Starbucks, because it was my birthday the day after, which is also the day I check out. And I was not expecting this whatsoever. And let's be frank, like, it's not like I'm their only guest either during the time I was there. They have so many other like rooms occupied too. So the fact that, you know, they made a note of my birthday when they saw my guest check-in information and went out of their way to like go to Starbucks to get me a cake slice to celebrate my birthday. It's just so sweet and such a nice surprise. It completely melted my heart. Honestly, whichever hotel staff did this deserves such a big raise. If you're watching this Orange Hotel, give that person a raise today. Because I love him or her, whoever it is, for surprising me with a cake. Since we're on the topic of staffs, I just want to say they are beyond exceptional. Not only are they attentive, able to communicate well in English, but they really do go above and beyond in making sure that their hotel guests are happy and are, you know, not bored out of their minds during quarantine. And I say this because every couple of days, the staff will actually prepare some activities for guests to do together. For example, they hosted virtual movie nights as well as virtual game nights for the different hotel guests to participate. So I just thought that was pretty cute. On top of this, whenever I needed something like a post-it note, a ruler, a makeup mirror, the hotel immediately deals with my request and brings me whatever I asked for within like 5 to 10 minutes. Like they are just like on top of things. And even after I checked out the hotel, the staff was still really responsive to my messages. And I say this because, long story short, I was in quite a rush on the day of checkout. If you watched my Get Ready With Me video, you probably can see why. But essentially, one of my buttons for my dress actually fell off. And I only found out it happened during the late afternoon when I checked out like hours after. However, when I messaged them, the staff were so nice and they were so accommodating, and to which they did find it in the hallway after they were done cleaning. I feel like I talked a lot about my experience for this category, but honestly, I'm just so impressed by their level of service that I can't stop gushing about them. So yes, you probably guessed it correctly again. They also get 5 stars for this category. But let's be serious. Even giving them 5 out of 5 for this category is so little. I feel like they set the bar so high for me when it comes to hospitality that when I go to new other hotels, I'm gonna be expecting this level of service. Or like I cannot have anything below this level of service just because they pampered me so much here. Okay, so after tallying up all the stars, Orange Hotel gets a total rating of 4.6 out of 5 from me, which is honestly very high. I don't think I ever rated a hotel this highly before, but guess there's always going to be a first. And that's pretty much wraps up my video for today. If you're in the process of researching or deciding between quarantine hotels, I hope you find this review video helpful. If you do like this video, please give it a thumbs up, drop your questions or comments below, and subscribe for future content around the topics of career, life, and entrepreneurship. Until then, thank you so much for watching my first video since my little hiatus, and I hope you have a great rest of the day.